Dear student, welcome back to the second class of the chapter 5 accounting equation. So here I am going to have a quick revision because some students have joined later on. So accounting equation is a mathematical expression which shows that assets are always equal to the liabilities plus capital. This is the fundamental rule. Assets are always equal to liabilities plus capital. I told you about the assets. There are 7 broad categories of the asset plus their sub-classification. I am again going to repeat here. See, fixed assets. What comes under it? Land and building, plant and machinery, etc. Afterwards, current assets. What comes under? Cash, bank, debtors. Then afterwards tangible. Tangible means which you can see and touch, like furniture. Your study table, it's a tangible asset. Then intangible. Intangible means which you can't see and touch. That comes your goodwill. Goodwill means your reputation in the market. Patents, medical formulas, copyright, etc. Okay. Afterward comes this fictitious asset. Fictitious assets are not any asset, but because of the legal and technical ground, they turn into an asset. So what comes in here? Deferred revenue expenditure. Okay. Afterwards, wasting assets. Wasting asset means which keep on wasting with the passage of the time. So what comes under it? Licenses. Okay. Any type of permission. For example, permission to draw sand from riverbed. If because of few reason or some reason you are not able to drag it out, your license is going to be expired. Permission is going to be expired, so they are not going to pay. Next is depleting assets. What are depleting assets? It is related to the natural resources which keep on wasting. So what comes under it? Oil wells, mines, quarries. Quarries means from where you take out the stones. Sometimes it is possible that you have dig up to an extent, afterwards it's not possible because we are having capacity to dig up to 2 km down only. Clear? So this is afterwards is a liquid assets. Liquid asset shows your liquidity, convertibility into cash. How only you can convert your raw material into finished goods and that into the sales. So these are called liquid assets. You will see several kings have turned their palaces into the hotels. The reason behind it, they are having property of 1000 crore but not get 2 rupees to eat a chapati. So this is the reason. So these assets is a major head, sub head, fixed head, and afterwards it's a further elaboration of the assets. So big broad categories, 7 type of asset, under which they come several terms which I have taught you. Liabilities, there are 2 types, towards owner and towards outsiders. What is the liability of the business towards the owner? As I told you in the separate entity principle, that owner is separate and business is separate, and what business believes in that it has borrowed money, capital from the owner. So it is the liability of the business to earn profit and give it to the owner. That is why the capital is always shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. Liability towards outsider means payment to the creditors, loan provider, something. Liability is also classified as long term and short term. Long term means payable after 12 months and the short term means payable within 12 months. Okay? Then for capital, I told you there are 3 type of capital. First is fixed capital. What is fixed capital? Amount required to buy fixed asset is called fixed capital. Then comes is working capital. Working capital is this current asset. Working capital means amount required for the day-to-day running of the business. Third is floating capital. Sometimes some business houses are having sufficient capital to buy So they buy their raw material and they sell it whenever it is required. Clear? So this is the classification of asset, liabilities and capital, and accounting equation just tell us that assets are always equal to liabilities plus capital. And this chapter will only show how accountancy works. That's it. To settle the concept, convention, terms into your mind. So in the previous class also I solved one new example. Today I am again solving one example. Afterward we will discuss further other terms. Here you will write transactions. Then here you will write the formula assets equal to liabilities plus capital. Okay? So in transaction you will write number 1 over here and you will write just 2 words only. I am solving example 2 given on page 5.6 in your TS Graver. Started business with cash. Here you will write 2 words only. Started business. Now with cash, so here you will write word cash 70,000. As assets are always equal to the capital, liabilities plus capital, you will write here capital 70,000. So LHS equal to RHS. Credit purchase of the good. So here you will write goods purchased. Being it as a credit purchase, so definitely liability has arisen, so you will write on the liability side also. So goods is always represented through stock. So that comes to 18,000 equal to creditor 18,000. Now you will draw a line over here and you will write here new equation. See, cash 70,000 plus stock 18,000 equal to creditor 18,000 plus capital 70,000. See, both side total is 88. This means your accounting equation is going on in the right direction. Now the next step is payment made to creditor in full settlement. Clear? So whenever the word full settlement will come, definitely some discount is involved. Write number 3 over here. Paid to creditor. How much you are paying? 17,500 and the amount payable to creditor is 18,000. This means 500 is for discount. So subtract 17,500 from cash. Cancel creditor for 18,000 and you are here having a profit of 500. So 500 will be added to the capital. Again draw a line. In the transaction side you will write new equation. What is cash? How much cash left with you is 52,500 plus stock 18,000 equal to creditor is cancelled, so nothing will come here. Here the word capital will come. That is 70,500. Now machinery is purchased in cash for 20,000. So again, next transaction 4, you will write here purchased machinery. Being it is purchased in the cash, so definite cash will go. So here you will write in the bracket 20,000 plus your asset is increasing, machinery is coming, so you will write here word machinery 20,000. Okay? You will again draw a line. Again you will write new equation. How much is left? Cash left with you is 32,500 plus stock 18,000 plus machinery 20,000 equal to capital 70,500. Okay? Now your numerical is over. There is no further transaction is available. So again draw a line over here till here. On the transaction side you will write the word total and you will write here like this 70,500 equals to 70,500. Okay? So the total of both the sides is coming equal. So this means your accounting equation is going in on right direction. In this way you are supposed to solve the accounting equation. Solve lots of numerical to have it understanding. Today I am going to make you clear some more terms also, and I will teach you also how to make balance sheet from the accounting equation. Okay? I am erasing this and I will let you know some more other terms of accounting equation. So some extra transaction we are doing, or a special type of transaction. So number one is outstanding expenses. Clear? I told you this in basis of accounting. Outstanding expenses are those expenses for which services have been taken but amount has not been paid. So as the amount is not been paid, it is a liability. So here you will write outstanding expenses. Okay? At the same time, you have to pay them in future outstanding expenses, so it will reduce your capital. So you will subtract it from the capital. Clear? So in this here the liability is created, at the same time it is subtracted from capital. Second, prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses are those expenses which have already been paid. So what happened? It has been reduced from the cash, subtracted from the cash. For example, you have recharge your prepaid mobile. So what cash has gone? So you will subtract it from the cash asset side. Plus you will write here only prepaid, rent, insurance, taxes, whatever it is. Subtract it from the cash and write it near. Third is accrued income. Accrued means earned but not received. You have earned the income but it has not come to your hand. Clear? So again it's an asset. So write it here. Accrued income. And being income is a profit, it will be added to the capital. So here again your accounting equation is balanced. Next is fourth, unearned income. Unearned income or income received in advance. So unearned income or income received in advance, that you have got it before time. Clear? Some expenses in the business which are paid on annually, like taxes, insurance, these are paid for annually, not on monthly basis. Okay. So for the other side, for the other parties, it is an income received in advance. Okay. Unearned income. So as you are receiving it, you will add it here in the cash. Okay. And being it is for the future period, this means you are supposed to serve the person, or you have to render the services. So the moment it has been not served, it will come onto the liability side. As you pay your school fees for a quarter, means for 3 months. So for the month you have paid, it's an income for the school, but for the other 2 months, it's a liability. So if the balance sheet is made, it is shown on the liability side of the balance sheet. And being it is an income, it is received, it is added here on the asset side under the head cash bank, under what mode it is coming. So these are the 2 expenses and 2 income which are supposed to be dealt in this way. In the numerical, when the problem comes, I will give you the real time explanation of that. There are some more terms which we will discuss in the later class. As new students have joined, I will not teach more, but it's my order to you to solve numericals, lots of numerical. Thank you. Happy learning.